Well, from Brooklyn Park to Crystal, cities are proclaiming a Greg Moore Day.
It's especially meaningful to us here at 12 News as Greg Moore is a very important part of what we do. Greg Moore joined this organization just 1 year after it was formed, and during his tenure, he has created a lasting legacy.
The history of the cable industry is one of really rapid development.
Greg Moore would know. He spent 30 years as the executive director of this cable television organization, Northwest Community Television. Greg was hired in 1983. He oversaw the very first franchise agreement between NWCT and the cable company at the time. That agreement laid the groundwork for locally made public access television and what would one day become Channel 12.
The city leaders here were very much into the idea of community television. I mean, community television didn't exist. It was an idea. It could be a whole lot of things.
For 3 decades, Greg worked closely with leaders from 9 neighboring cities to shape and grow this organization.
When we hired Greg Moore 30 years ago, we wanted more, and we wanted more community programming, we wanted more community involvement, and we wanted more community benefit. And through those 30 years of his leadership, we've had all of that.
All our expectations, all have been exceeded. I mean, the staff turned the organization and the programming into much more, much better than any of us ever imagined in the beginning.
He's never been in front of the camera, preferring his role handling the business negotiations behind the scenes. And now, satisfied with what has been created, Greg prepares to say goodbye.
You didn't make any of it yourself, but what's going on is just so good and so impressive, and I guess that's what I'm most proud of.
After shaping one of the very first community television stations, one that became a model around the country, Greg retires Thursday. When he looks to the staff and programs in place, he feels good about what's yet to come.
So I have very little worry about the future.
Prior to becoming executive director here, Greg Moore worked for the city of Minneapolis and helped to negotiate the cable franchise agreement there. Up next for Greg, Disney World with his grandkids, so a lot of well-deserved relaxation, and of course we'll miss him here.
Yeah, we certainly will. Congratulations to Greg, though, on retirement, and
a great contribution, really.
Yeah, and I think he's got some golf in the future.
Yeah, golf in the future, absolutely.